Hey, hey, hey. Happy Healing Tuesday with Tamika. Did you guys catch that? I'm sure you may have noticed a couple of weeks ago, I was prompted to change slightly the name of the podcast. In doing so, I wanted to really help my listeners, my loyal TWT family, understand the purpose of this podcast. I have really accepted that I help people heal. Now, listen, I can't do this all by myself. It really takes the help of the Holy Spirit. It takes God for me to use these, what I want to call superpowers, to help people walk into their divine healing. So we still got the theme song because it's still Tuesday with Tamika. We've just added to it, and we are healing every Tuesday and every other day of the week. But especially on Tuesday with Tamika, we are walking in our healing. For those of you that may be new to the podcast, first of all, welcome to your healing journey. Second of all, I want to tell you a little bit about who I am. My name is Tamika Thomas. I am your life and relationship coach. This podcast stands on four corners, which is what I've lived my life by, and which is what this podcast is built on, and I've built my company and my brand. Those four corners are: we lift as we climb, we turn our trials into treasures, we live a life to inspire and not impress, and we allow God to fully restore us. In order for us to walk in this healing, we need to stand on those four corners. So any corner that you go to, you are going to be receiving some divine healing. Let's jump into this week's podcast. I want to start by just really thanking all of you that are listening to the podcast. We are nearly, we're so close to 5,000 downloads. And man, my heart is smiling just even thinking about it, because going to the 5,000 downloads has caused us collectively and me individually to push. I've had to push past technical difficulties, push past days feeling like, is anyone listening? Is this really making an impact? Push past my own fears, my own insecurities. And that's what we are going to be talking about. We are going to be pushing past the detours of life. Do you realize that detours happen and we have two options? We have the option to turn all the way back around and to quit, or we can push past the detour. I wanted to share with you guys the definition of detour. I know, y'all know it. But y'all know that I am a words girl. I like to know the definition of things. I feel like so often in our society, we say things and we kind of got an idea of what they mean, but digging a little deeper helps us to really clarify words that we're using. So detour is a long or roundabout route that's taken to avoid something or to visit somewhere along the way. Man, if that ain't good. How many times in our healing journey have we taken the long way around because we was trying to avoid that trauma? We was trying to avoid that friendship breakup. We were trying to avoid really pushing past to get to the ultimate healing. This is what I know for sure. Healing is a journey, and we have to leave the door open to healing. There is no period in healing. We gotta leave the door open, and sometimes there's detours along the way. Those long roundabout ways to help us get to where we're going. Kind of like the scenic route. But this is what I know. Detours are not meant for us to stop and turn around. Sometimes a detour is meant for us to slow down and really pay attention to what's on the route to where we are going. Huh, man, that's good all by itself. Let's stop to thank all the amazing guests that has helped us push in the month of October. The month of October, we have really pushed. We have pushed. We started in episode 72 with Miss Donna Martin. Baby, she helped us to continue to push. She told us all the things, all the things about when we are creating something new, when we are doing something new, when maybe we don't get the applause, when we don't get, the social media likes are not all the way there. People are not acknowledging what we're doing. We have to continue to push. She also helped us identify those people that are in our lives, those our squad, right? Our tribe, and how we can use them to continue to push. That they need to be people that we can follow, that will fight with us, and that will fellowship with us. Those people that we know have our back. And then in episode 72, Kiara came in and she told us, baby, you have to push. Well, God gave us that beautiful analogy of a dirt field where you're planting those seeds, but you just keep plowing, you keep pushing, because the harvest is coming. Listen, somebody tag that. The harvest is coming. Hashtag the harvest is coming. She also talked about those non-negotiables that you every single day. Listen, I don't care if you are 12 years old listening to this podcast or you are 120 years old and everywhere in between. You have to write down your non-negotiables, whether it's a mental note or you're physically taking out pen and paper and you're saying, today I'm going to do this. For my younger TWT listeners, every day you may say, okay, I'm going to get this homework done. I'm going to clean my room. I'm going to have that hard conversation with my parents, right? For my middle age and my young adults, it may be, I'm going to apply for the job. I am going to meet the friends, right? I'm going to go have coffee with my friends. I am going to clean my room, right? We have to have those non-negotiables. Having those non-negotiables, listen, you guys, having those non-negotiables have taken me from stress and overwhelm to productive and successful. I am telling you, as I manage my life and as I live in harmony in my life, the non-negotiables, writing down 3 to 5 things that you need to get done, will make your life so much easier and help you to continue to push. And then we moved on to Brittany Jackson. Oh my gosh, the rare method. Come on. If y'all haven't listened to episode 74, go back and listen and hear about that rare method. It was so good. She talked about pushing past the silence and how sometimes we put labels on ourselves that make us feel lonely, that we have this perceived loneliness, right? And so today, I want to bring it all home and talk to you guys about pushing past the detours, pushing past those times where you feel like it's taking too long. It's taking too long, right? Every time you feel like you're about to turn right, the sign tells you to turn left. Every time you're about to turn left, the sign tells you to turn right. Every time you're going forward, something tells you got to go a couple of steps back. I want to talk to you about how to push past those detours, because I would be lying to you and I would be hindering your healing and not helping your healing if I didn't tell you the truth that oftentimes in healing, there's a lot of detours that happen. These detours come up, but again, I can't emphasize enough. The detour is not to make you stop. It is not to make you stop. Oftentimes what the detour comes is to slow you down in order for you to really open up your eyes and see. Sometimes it's to help you to open up your eyes and to see how far you've come. Other times it's to open up your eyes to see, for you to see what's happening on the journey of your healing. So do not use the detour as a stopping point or a point that makes you go all the way backwards. A detour is very much like a stop sign or a speed bump. It's just to make you slow down and use caution as you're traveling on this healing journey. A lot of times when we are pushing we're pushing past the detours, there's an ultimate goal. There is a goal that we are trying to reach. So I want to give you some inspiring words by Patrice Washington. She is an amazing, amazing life coach with an amazing podcast, the Redefine Wealth podcast. I'm actually going to put the link to that podcast in the show notes because it is something that helps me push past the detours every week, right? I love Miss Patrice Washington and all her words of wisdom. In one of her episodes, the book that I'm reading, The Redefining Wealth, which is based off of the podcast, she gave some inspiring words that I want to now give to you about how to push past the detours when you are trying to reach goals in life. So check this. If you're taking notes, write this down. If you ain't taking notes, write this down. In other words, this is one of those affirmations. This is one of those inspiring words that you want to take notes and you want to be able to have this, keep it, put it in your pocket, lock it, put it in your pocket. This is one of those ones that you take out during hard times. Dreams and goals that were once stuck and stagnant can finally flow when you heal. Mind blown, right? Let me read that one more time. Dreams and goals that were once stuck and stagnant can finally flow when you heal. Man, that is good all by itself. So I want you to imagine a body of water, whether it's a river or a lake or a small pond that's stagnant. As you're even imagining that, you're probably like, ugh, right? You're thinking about how bad it smells because when water doesn't flow, it starts to smell. It starts to get algae and mildew. Mosquitoes begin to form in it. It's not a very pleasant thing. That's how our dreams and goals are when they're stagnant. And we allow the detours of life to stagnate us and to make us stuck. And it happens, right? It definitely happens. What are some of those detours? A breakup, a bad breakup, right? What are some of those detours? Childhood trauma. What are some of those detours? A parent walking out of your life and you've never addressed it. What are some of those detours? Church hurts. What are some of those detours? Physical ailments, illnesses. All of these detours, they come in our life, and a lot of times they make us stagnant and stuck. And so when we don't operate in our healing, when we don't engage, because healing is a contact sport. Oh my goodness. Somebody write that down. Somebody tag me. Even though your girl is still off of social media, I need somebody to say, Tamika, Healing on Tuesday with Tamika said healing is a contact sport, which means you got to engage. You have to actively engage in your healing. Because if you don't, you will be stagnant. And we already had the visual of what stagnation looks like. It does not look good on you, but healing flows. Everything flows. I'm here to tell y'all, when I started engaging in my healing, it's like my dreams, my goals, my life just started to flow. Were there still detours? Heck yeah. But overall, the healing flowed. I mean, it oozed, right? It's to the point that I'm like, I'm waking up every day with more dreams, more goals, more plans because I'm engaging in my healing. The other thing that she said that really, really stuck to my bones. Have you ever had a good meal? You know, as we're moving into the colder months of the year, you know how you can eat like a good stew, a good chili, a good soup, like something just really good that sticks to your bones, a good pasta dish, and it sticks to you. It makes you feel full. It makes you feel like, oh man, that was good. Here's another good one that's going to stick to you. You don't get what you want, you get what you believe. Okay, so I keep seeing this thought or this image of the children of Israel because the detour, the whole detour thing is making me think of them because they were just going around and around and around and around and around and around and around instead of getting to their destination. How many of you feel like you just going around and around and around and around and around? And that's because you don't get what you want, you get what you believe. If you believe you are broken, you're going to be going around in broken spots. Whether it's broken your finances, broken your emotions, broken your mentality, you'll just be going that if that's what you believe, that's what you'll get. And you'll go around and around and around. You don't get what you want, ladies and gentlemen. TWT family, listen to me. Allow this to stick to you. You get what you believe. Okay. So let me make this practical. Y'all know I'm like the journaling queen. I have been journaling for about 10 years. The other day, I pulled out one of my journals from 2016, 5 years ago, where I was journaling to my future husband. Listen, he's here. Where I was journaling and I was writing gratitude statements when I was in a very rough place, when I was in a very sad place. I would journal things like, I'm grateful for my purpose. I didn't even know what my purpose was. I would write, I'm grateful for my divine connections. I'm grateful for my mentors. Didn't have a mentor in sight, couldn't afford a mentor, didn't all I, maybe social media mentors that I could just see afar. I'm grateful for my work ethic. I am grateful for the path that is set before me. With all the detours that came along, I was grateful for that path that I was on. This is in 2016, ladies and gentlemen. Because I was not willing, I did not want to settle for what I wanted. I wanted to settle for what I believed. And I believed that greatness was my portion. You don't get what you want. You get what you believe. Thoughts become things. So as you are pushing through these detours, as you are pushing past the stagnation and the stuckness of life, I want to give you a couple of steps. Now this is TT. This is Tamika talking. So again, if you're taking notes, write this down. I'm going to give you a couple of steps to help you push past that stuckness and push past that stagnation, push past the detours of life so you could reach these goals, reach the things that are in your imagination, that are in your mind, in your heart, that you are ready. You are ready. You're already like, man, we're a couple of days, a couple of weeks from November, which means that we're a month away from December, which means we're a month away from New Year's, which means I can't go another year in this stagnation. I can't go another year in this stuckness. Before I give you these steps, is it all right with y'all for me to be the community partner? Hey, Mike, do the knock, knock. Knock, knock. It's the community. This week, TWT is the community spotlight. And I want to share with my podcast listeners, I want y'all to be the first to know. I'll be releasing this to everyone else later. But podcast family, I want you guys to be the first to know that we are doing a 5-day free challenge to help you get past your stuckness, to help you get past your stagnation, and help you to live the restored life. So we are doing a 5-day restored over everything challenge. Listen, join now. Don't wait. Do not wait. All of my challenges, all of my free things fill up fast. The last challenge, I had over 100 registrants. I had 100 people engage in the Healed Girl Summer. The Restored Over Everything challenge is for everybody. This is for everyone. This is not just for my sisters. This is for everyone. In this challenge, you are going to learn how to walk into radical forgiveness. You are going to learn how to have self-love and self-acceptance. You are going to learn how to get unstuck so you can allow your healing to flow and for your dreams and goals to come true. So what I need you to do is I need you to go over to www.tuesdaywithtamika.com and register for this free 5-day challenge. So the challenge does not start until December. It's December 13th through the 17th. But go now. Go on over now and register for the free challenge, the Restored Over Everything challenge. Y'all gonna love it. All right. Thank y'all for allowing me to be the community spotlight. Let's jump into the 5 things that you need to truly push past your detours and to get unstuck so your dreams and your goals can flow. So step 1, y'all ready for this? I hope you're taking notes. The first step is just to get started. Get started. As hard as it is, as scary as it is, as much as it may, frighten you, get started. Take the first step. I'm telling you, God honors movement. You take 2 steps, He will push you forward to 4. But He can't do that if you don't take the first step. God cannot bless inactivity. We got to engage in our dreams and goals. We got to pursue it. So the first step is to get started. The second step is to define them in writing. Like literally, get your pen, get your paper, write them down. Write those dreams and goals down. If you're not much of a pen and paper person, get on your computer, get on your phone, open up your notes app. Write down your dreams and goals. Write down 3 to 4 dreams and goals. Write them down. Like right now, as soon as this podcast is over, write them down. Write them down. The third is to commit. You have to commit to it. No matter the sacrifices that it takes, no matter the challenges or the detours, you have to commit to them. You have to commit to meeting your goals. Because if you don't make that commitment, your goals are like, are they serious or not? Are they serious or not, right? And then you have to break down and make your goals actionable. So often we try to do the big thing. I was talking to someone this week, and this is kind of corny, but I said, how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. How do you tackle goals and dreams? 1 step at a time. So if your goal is to go to some fancy college and be a world-renowned dancer or artist, the first step is making sure you straight in high school and middle school. Then you got to apply. Then you got to find out how much it costs. Then you have to go and visit, right? These small steps lend to great outcomes. So often we stay stagnant because we don't make the step. And then the last thing I want you to understand is, in order to make your goals and your dreams become reality, you got to prioritize. My kids, well, 7 of them, I can say, I can ask any one of them, what are your priorities? And they will be able to roll them out of their tongues when it comes to their dreams and goals. At any given time, I'll say, what are your priorities? And they'll be able to say them: God, family, school, football; God, family, school, track; God, family, blah, blah, blah. But we keep the main thing, which is God. What are your priorities? You will not be able to reach any goals in life if you don't prioritize them, if you don't make it a priority. Listen, life be out here lifing. Life is hard. Life is tough. But when you put first things first, when you decide, when you make the effort, when you say, you know what? This goal is a priority. It's important to me. It is so much more likely to come to pass. So, I want you guys to push past your detours. You got it. You got it. You have everything inside of you to make it happen, but it's up to you. Listen, I'm your sister in this healing journey. I'm going to hold your hand. I'm going to be there. For those of you that need a little extra support, email me. TuesdayWithTamika@gmail.com. I answer. But I need to see that you're actively engaging in your healing, because healing is a contact sport. All right, as we're wrapping up, remember to go over to TuesdayWithTamika.com and register for the 5-day free Restored Over Everything challenge. We're getting into it. We're not going to take all of 2020, all of 2021 into 2022. Despite what's going on around us, despite the detours that may come, we're going to be equipped to live a restored over everything life. I love y'all. I hope you guys know that that's not just something I say, but it's something that I do. I love. And I can't do any of that without the 4 corners of this podcast. Living a life to inspire and not impress, lifting as I'm climbing, turning my trials into treasures, and allowing God to fully restore me. Y'all come on over to this block. This restore block is where it's at. All right, y'all. I love you so much. Happy Healing Tuesday with Tamika. Until next week. Bye-bye.